caught up in trying to mobilize too much at once. And I think breaking our dissemination plans, our mobilization plans down a bit more finer, to the finer scale, can help us be a bit more effective. Definitely it depends on our audience, of course. So what these all areas may be very different if we're thinking about the public versus educators versus corporations or policymakers or service providers. And there's absolutely 1,001 ways to go about doing this, and there's some great examples that people have used. In tidying up my talk, and not to end on a sad note, but what I wanted to do is provide you with one opportunity that I encountered where knowledge was not mobilized. And there was a distinct reason why. So I'll walk you through this case example. I'm talking about the exact same research team that I was talking about before that discussed they're discussing the initial outcomes of that family violence data. So before I talked about data collection and the team that created a special process that was community-led for collecting that family violence data. Once we had the initial outcomes, we all came together in a meeting and began to discuss, of course, the initial findings, what they meant, and immediately at the table it was extremely obvious that the community researchers were not comfortable with one of the findings. And specifically, they were not comfortable on acting on one of the findings. Now, we thought from a university perspective that it was one of the more interesting findings. But it was really clear very quickly that they were not even going to touch this issue. There was political connotations around it, very sensitive topic, and there wasn't the readiness within the community to, if I could use the term, quote,